Okay. Second solo session this week. Well, next week, whatever. The in-between week. It's a week. Hello, people. Oh. I need to get a message, so let's see if it's important. Oh, he's lying somewhere. Cat was found. So, hello everyone. Quick another solo session with Emberlynn because party splitting up, time differences, big scenes. Let's all focus. Let's do some solo sessions before we continue on to the next day. So, Emberlynn, are you ready?
I am.
You can also say hello if you want. Hello, it's a bit late for hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Cool. So, we left you off. Yeah, your token seems to have moved. Don't worry, that is just from previous sessions to show where you are. But technically, you're still here. You just split from the party. The rest of the party goes shopping. Lier is going to the main building. You have to go to the main building. You're taking different routes because Lier went ahead.
No, I went. So when Lier took off by foot, I flew there to the Big Frog building.
Oh, yeah, you flew there. So yeah, you're like clip. Which is not a big surprise. I'm a bit coffee today. Don't worry about me. So you arrive at this large building with several stories high and containing almost the size of 2 city blocks. How are you entering the building?
Do I see an open window?
How we can't tag it, really?
Well,
roll perception.
Sure.
Do you see an open window? Dirty 20. You fly around a bit and you see several open windows. Some are definitely too small to house your large physique, but there are a few you can go in. There's one on the 20th floor, one on the 2nd floor, one on the... was it 7th floor? Yeah, 7th floor. And the last one is on the 13th floor.
Take the highest 20th floor.
Okay. You decide, screw the rules, I'm gonna go through the window, see what is there. And you go up for the window and you go in. And when you enter, all you see is brooms.
Brooms.
Brooms, and brooms. It's a small room with a door, but it's all brooms.
I go check if the door's open.
You open the door easily. And it leads out into a hallway. Well lit. And, well, magical runes on the floor and the walls. What do you do?
Is there anyone there?
You look around, but you don't see anyone walking around at the moment.
Right. Maybe it would have been better to just enter ground floor.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gotta go through the hallway and say like, "Hello, anyone there?"
Not a sound. You appear to be somewhere in the corner of the building.
I head into the direction of what I think is the center of the building.
Okay. You decide to close the door behind you, and you head down the hallway towards what you believe is the center, which is basically both ways, but you think you're gonna take the right route. You walk for a bit. You look around. You see several the doorways with. Excuse me, that's a burp. I'm doing this right after dinner. So, you see several doorways with different kind of double doors. Keep walking, and eventually you come to a fork in the road. You can go straight or to the right.
Great.
You going straight?
Mhm.
You head straight. The hallway is getting a little bit narrower. Still, that is just single doors on the left to the right, left and right of you, and you keep walking, keep walking. Eventually, you come through even more intersections. All of them just go right.
Oops, I'm going right then.
You're gonna take a random intersection to the right.
Sure.
Okay. You come to this hallway, and it feels an even less wide hallway. Like there's only barely enough room for two people to pass each other. And for some reason, you get the feeling this is like an alleyway or something, but inside a building. Really odd when you think about it. Huh.
And still, no sounds, no sign of anyone, anything.
You do hear, well, you do hear some sounds, you do hear some people, but they're inside the rooms, clearly.
Oh, well, can I hear which room they're in?
There is one room to the right where we can hear hushed whispers, not because they're actually whispering, but because is that was soundproofed.
Great, so I'm gonna knock on the door.
The whispering stops, and someone walks over and walks towards the doorway and opens it. And they open it to a crack in the head peek out, and you see a young lady's face. Yes?
Hi there, I'm looking for Onyx Black. He's supposed to be in this building.
You have a meeting with the leader? Well, why are you on the 20th floor then?
Well, I entered here. I'm not really sure which floor I'm supposed to be at.
Outsiders have such strange ways of entering buildings. Supposed to be a ledger at the first floor. Don't know why in the custodial levels. Do you know
I
what
just need to
custodials are?
No.
Janitors!
20th floor is the janitorial level.
Yes.
Explains brooms.
That explains that the way. Yes, you were in a broom closet, literally!
What are the floors even higher up? I asked the lady.
Those are administration, some are living quarters. Oh, there's so much in this building.
Interesting. I somehow thought that Onyx Black would be at the top floor or something, with a great view over the city.
Oh, no, 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 no. It's considered better to be somewhere in the more central areas. And Onyx Black, well, actually, it's been ages like this. Yeah, it was on the 10th floor. So personally, he lives somewhere in another section of the building where he actually lives with his family. But he works on the 10th floor.
I think I should go down 10 floors then.
Yeah, I think that's
Hmm,
probably a good idea.
Could you point me towards the stairs, please?
The platforms are supposed to be down this way, and the second to the right would lead you to the main road towards the platforms.
Oh yeah, platforms, not stairs. Down this way and second to the right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you and nice to meet you, I guess.
Uh, Good to see you too. Good luck. So they
Thanks.
closes the door. So you now have. Okay, you have directions. Would have probably been a good idea to start with that. So, sorry, I need to open something real quick. There. So you go down. So you decide to follow the route and find yourself. One moment. Writing this down real quick. Okay. So you follow the path and you come across this large area where there are several platforms going up and down. You see, like before, you've seen these contraptions before going up and down, but there's also some that are like really large and could hold even carts of people.
I haven't actually used the platforms. I flew everywhere.
Oh right, you haven't used the platforms at all. I forgot that little detail. So I said, well, then you see these platforms going up and down, and you see people you see the lower levels and the upper levels from one glance, and you see people stepping on the corner on some sort of runestone, and it would activate a platform, and some go up and some go down, and you can easily deduce which one are going down. And there's also larger platforms that can hold an actual cart, in other words, cars of people, and those are also going up and down.
I guess the smaller one would be fine.
Yeah.
So I check which one goes down and take it.
Yeah.
Or step on.
So you step on it. In front of you materializes a platform. You step on it and it starts going down.
I count the floors while we're going down.
Yeah. 1,
I guess.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
I get up.
You get off the 10 floors down. And you look around and you do see several statues of important looking Chimerians. You can easily deduce that these were probably previous leaders. There's a total of 4 statues.
Are they all are some older than the other?
Roll me an investigation. $19. You look at these statues and you can indeed confirm that all these statues were made with similar materials, but it's clear some have aged more than others. So you can easily deduce from just investigating it. You cannot deduce how old most of them are. Only the newest one you can deduce is at least the newest one. You can at least deduce that's at least over 200 years old.
Then it's probably not a statue of Onyx Black, but the previous leader.
You can. Well, first off, that's the statue is a woman. It's
But that's
clearly a
probably not
feminine. So unless Alex is very feminine, you're not sure. But otherwise, no. There's also plaques under it with names. So.
Well, and I guess you have to earn your statue by dying first.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to read the woman's name, actually.
Sanguine Sunshine.
Sanguine Sunshine. Okay.
She is a tall but thin woman with a leg made of runestone. Well, depicted with a leg of runestone and short hair. The statue doesn't have any color, so you don't know what kind of color she had for her color. So it's just a statue.
Interesting. Well, I am just gonna walk around until I see any sign of life, I guess. Statues don't talk,
There's a
I
lot
suppose.
of sign of life nearby. You see people walking around. You see people sitting on benches nearby. And you also see something that looks like some sort of front desk.
Well, I was supposed to find a guard. So, is there a guard nearby?
There are indeed armed guards nearby.
Well, I got specific instructions, so I'm gonna walk up to a guard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you walk up to this large, broad fellow with a goatee and one massive horn sticking out of his forehead.
Hello there.
Yes, how can I help you?
I was sent by Neglectful Gray. He told me to find a guard to bring me to the Elder Chamber. Do you know where that is?
Ah, Elder Chambers. Yes, if you have an appointment with Onyx Black, he will be in the Elder Chambers. Believe that the captain will mostly take care of that. Though, what was the name again? Was indeed an outsider that was gonna come, and you appear to be an outsider, so I guess it should be fine.
What gives it away? Fair.
The lack of horn for one, and the second is literally your hair is on fire in some sort of way.
Ah, you noticed.
Now, follow me to the back.
Okay, thank you.
So, he leads you to a building. Leads you deep into the building, and eventually to two large silver doors. Alright, this should be it. He slowly
Thank you, sir.
He slowly opens both doors for you, and inside you would expect some sort of massive office or anything, but all you see inside is something you weren't going to expect. You see a simple grass field with flowers, a desk made of stone, and a seat made of also some sort of stone. And while you think you know you're inside, feels when you look around, it's just a clear blue sky.
And it's pretty cool. Is it the same like the alleyway on the 20th floor that it seemed outside?
No, this just feels like you're actually outside in the field right now. Do you step in?
Yeah.
So you slowly step in. The doors close behind you, and if you look around, the only thing that's... You feel like you're standing now in an endless grass field with flowers, blue sky, two massive silver doors, and this desk and chair right in front of you, further into what you believe is the room. Would you like to do something?
Well, I guess this world is full of surprises.
You can always make an
Um,
Arcana check to see what kind of magics are at play.
I would like to do that actually.
Go
This is
for it.
interesting.
Okay. 18. Well, you cannot deduce the level of power used for this. This is some advanced illusionary magic. It's definitely a form of magic that creates a beautiful illusion. Far in the eye can see. It even hides away the potential walls of this room. But you can at least deduce that this is indeed technically still a room. There's still walls next to the door, and if you try to put your hand next to it, you do feel the wall there. So it's not like you can walk endlessly. But
Was
at the
just
same
about to
time,
do
you
that.
do feel the wall, and you feel like the wall could also vanish at any point. So it's a little bit odd. So there might be more to this room than you think.
Mm,
But as far as you can tell, this is very impressive illusionary magic.
impressive indeed. There's no one here?
At the moment, it doesn't appear to be anyone there.
Okay. I guess I'm going to sit on the stone seats at the desk.
So you're gonna go to the stone desk. As you approach, you sense there's someone looking at you.
Ooh. Do I notice where it's coming from?
It's definitely coming from the big chair at this so-called stone desk.
Okay. Where is walking towards? Oh, I say, hello there. Are you Onyx Black?
You hear a voice respond to you. Yes and no.
How can it be yes and no?
You the in front of you a figure appears. It is a oh, God dang it! Why is that close all of a sudden? When you have everything set up and then you don't. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna find it. When you have so many files and you open up them in advance and then someone closes it, then one closes and you can't find it. That's the big lore binder. That's not the one I need. There it is. In front of you is a large black figure with a long black bushy beard and a large arm made out of rune stone, bigger than his normal arm, and he clearly has two horns, which you can recognize as demonic horns. He is significantly taller than you, and the person and the being responds.
Yes and no. For I am not the true Onyx Black, but I am him.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I should do.
What do you want to know?
Um,
How do you want to deduce what's going on?
I guess Arcana check to see if it's like a duplicate made with magic or something.
Go ahead.
Or
I mean, we're in a Magic City, so Arcana is going to be most of the rolls.
yeah,
17. As you look at him, you can deduce that this, in fact, is a doppelganger of some sort. It is a simulacrum. It is a simulacrum of Onyx Black. Do you know what a simulacrum is?
no.
I have to look. Then I have to grab it for you. This is a simulacrum. Does it help?
Does it still have memory? Does the real Onyx Black know what it's talking about when it talks to someone?
That you don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask it, where can I find the real Onyx Black then?
Uh, the creature responds.
That might take a moment. I'm simply here to receive you and answer any questions that I am injected with. So, I know why you came. So, you may ask before the real one comes here.
Did you hear about me from Neglectful Grey?
Indeed, all of the simulacrums have been informed about you.
So if you know what I want, and you know that our goals align, I suppose you can just tell me about this Heroes program that Neglectful Grey talked about, I suppose?
I cannot divulge much about it. You have to be tested. A trial will happen. But as far as I know, you are correct that our goals align.
Well, I did hear you want to keep up the veil. I agree with that. What is this Heroes program, anyhow?
We don't call the Heroes program the Champions program. It allows us to assign champions of the Mother or our own champions. It is to prove to you that your intentions to keep up the veil are true, that you do not wish to abuse your location, that you do not wish to break the veil, no matter the temptation.
The test is about testing that.
Not just that, it is to test many things. I cannot say if it's grueling, I cannot say if it's easy, I cannot say much. The only thing I can say is the fact that you have to go through a trial by a real Onyx Black. That is how it always was, as leaders past.
What if I don't pass? What happens then?
Then we simply do not align with you. You will not receive help. You will not receive objects needed to maintain the veil on your own standards. You will simply remain trapped within the veil.
Fair enough, but no,
That
unsettling
is,
consequences.
if you survive or maintain your sanity.
Great. I guess someone has to take a risk to get to great power.
Great power, great responsibility, but also a large ally. Would you succeed, whatever happens within the veil shall be ignored by us. As long as you do not cause a large scene, we do not care if you would do something reckless as gaining wealth, setting up a kingdom of some sort. As long as there's no atrocities similar to the Archmages or the veil and the veil remains intact, we shall not interfere with you.
Or there's just general examples, or do you know what I'm actually trying to do here within the veil?
We've heard about some sort of desire you've spoken of. But no, we do not know exactly what you want. But we have many champions around. Some simply roam around and make sure that those of unpure intent are punished. Though we are also having allowed those of devil origin to remain within the veil undisturbed. As long as they kept the veil up, we did not care about what kind of plans they were plotting within the veil. All they seemed to care about was to keep the demonic out, which were aligned with our goals, and they were able to give sacrifices, not souls, simply sacrifice of power to keep the veil up and to track down any holes that the demonic might use.
Wait, can you tell me more about those creatures who have already gained that power? Who are they?
That is for you not to know yet.
Hmm.
I am simply
I
using
need.
examples of some of our champions in the world.
Well, I guess I do need to know about my competitors.
Competitors or allies. That is for you to decide. If the champions fight amongst themselves because of differing goals, we simply ask them to take it out in a duel.
Fair enough.
Though,
I'll keep that in mind.
but there have been some that did not do that. Some have resorted to kingdom-wide wars.
What
Alas,
did you do about that?
if the people wish to have wage war with each other, and champions might be their rulers, it is out of our hands. As long as the war does not hinder the mother or our people, we do not interfere. We have once, and that had consequences. So now we simply do not interfere at all in large-scale wars.
It's good to know.
We might be the guardians of this world, but there are certain things within the veil that even fate still controls, and us intervening might cause an upset in fate, and that has consequences.
Right. So I pass this test and I just make sure that I don't impact the mother or you people. Sounds good. So when can I start?
When the real Onyx Black comes home, it will be shortly.
Okay. Anything else? Anything important that you need to tell me?
I would ask your desire, but I acquiesce that it is best for you to answer that to the real Onyx Black than just this simulacrum of him.
Oh, my desire is not a secret. I already told Neglectful Grey. I just want to find and secure my place in this world. By any means. That's it.
Fine by us.
Before you appears a cup of tea. Do you accept?
How delightful.
You take it, you take a sip.
While we wait, I figured a cup of tea would be pleasant.
It is. Thank you.
He nods. And you take a sip. It's a nice sweet taste. It's not an herb you are familiar with. To be fair, I don't think you drink a lot of tea to begin with. This is your first experience as a mortal body drinking this kind of tea, so...
I'm not familiar with many herbs.
Yeah. So, as you wait at least a few minutes, and then the simulacrum stands up and nods. He's
about to arrive shortly. I need to take my leave.
Oh. Nice to meet you. Cool.
So he walks
Take
towards...
Onyx Black.
Yeah, he walks towards the door. He opens them, and as he leaves, one Onyx Black leaves, and another one, and two other enter. One has runestones covering his shoulders and back, and the other one has runestones covering his left leg. They both walk inside, close after the door is closed, and the one with the shoulder stones sits down in the chair. The way he sits down is different from the simulacrum that was sitting there before. This one's sitting much more comfortably and takes a deep sigh.
Alright then.
The other Onyx Black pulls up a piece of paper, a piece of scroll, and holds up a pen.
Well, you should teach me how to create those. They come in really handy.
It takes a full day of casting it to even make one of these. Though I might have accelerated it. The simulacrum may be useful, but they're still limited.
Fair enough. Did you hear everything I told the simulacrum?
Not in the exact words. They relay things to me, as they're linked to me.
Fair enough. And did you hear about me from Neglectful Grave?
Indeed, anyone who messages me or sends a sending will be received by just me. None of the simulacrum will receive such messages unless I share them with share that with them.
Makes sense. Well, then you also know what I'm here for.
Yes, you want a foothold in this world. But for what purpose?
I guess I already have a foothold. I just want to expand my reach.
He seems to be examining you, looking you over, trying to understand you. You do feel a sense that he's trying to inquire or see what you truly are and what you might be. Are you gonna try and deceive that in a way, or are you just gonna let him figure it out?
I'll let him figure it out. I'm looking for an ally.
Okay, well, we get the funny thing.
Someone from the realm of fire, I can see. Well, I do not see any reason to distrust you from the start.
I have no reason to deceive you. Our goals do align, after all.
Indeed, keep the veil up at all costs, as it would keep bigger threats out.
Less competition works for me.
Competition Yes, you've used that word before. An interesting way of saying other forces that wish to meddle along the mortal affairs.
I do want to expand my reach, and if there are more forces, there's less reach. Yeah, less space for me. Let's just say it that way.
It is not uncommon for those to wish to establish domain in places. Such is the reason why even the wars far north here are happening. They all wish to claim domain to that one place where every realm is colliding. Because who owns that can easily invade other domains. And here, there's no such thing. It is difficult for those to enter this realm, this area. It is highly contested. And we are aware of that.
So can you tell me more about this champion's path and how many champions there already are?
I cannot say much about how many there are or who they are, as you're not one of the champions yet. But there is a trial that is being set up for you. It will not test you on your morals. We've already discovered that when you put a test of morals in place, there will always be those who will deceive things or not show their true nature. So you do whatever you do during the trial, your morals are your own. We do not interfere with your morals. But it will be testing your sanity, your strength, your resolution, and finally, to see if you are not able to be deceived yourself.
Sanity, strength, resolution, and to not be deceived myself. I got it.
These are the traits each champion needs to have. If a champion is deceived by a foreign body, they are compromising the veil and also the balance of this world. If they do not believe in their own goals, they will falter and eventually might be conceived to destroy the veil. Your strength, that much is obvious, and your sanity is to see if you do not fall for any trickery that will break your mind. As a champion of a broken mind will also try to easily break the veil.
It does make sense. Who set up this trial?
Myself, but it's also set up by the leaders before me.
Like, what was her name again? Penguin Sunshine?
Yes, the leader before me. She was one who had to do a drastic measure in the past, regretfully.
What drastic measure?
An interference of fate.
Can you tell me more about that?
It is not much of a secret. But Sanguine Sunshine is the leader to be known to make sure that this continent wasn't in a perpetual war. That the war would not spread to our doors. As our island will become a military stronghold. So, instead, she requested the mother to intervene. But by doing so, it ultimately left bigger holes in the veil, a consequence of interfering with fate as a divinity. We have been patching most of these holes, but they remain open to this day, simply because the mother intervened in the mortal affairs.
Is that why you don't interfere in the champions' doings inside the Veil?
Indeed, while they are chosen by us, we might be able to intervene ourselves, but if we as a species intervene, we will automatically also expose the mother, which in turn would force her to intervene. This is why we mostly do not intervene in large groups. If we should intervene in mortal affairs, it would be singular people, singular persons. As for the champions, we do not intervene with them at all. They have earned our trust. Whatever they do, we hope that they do not cause large destructions of the world in their wake for their own forsaken goals.
And are there any obligations that the champions have?
The obligations are simple. Whatever you must remain prepared at all times. For if a large entity breaks through the veil, it will leave a gaping hole in the veil, and others will follow. Second, and this one's the most important, you must, once in a while, help reinforce the veil. We cannot solely rely on the Mother's power. It does not have to be much of your power, but do note that you might, once in 20 years, be without any magic.
For how long?
24 hours. Most of those champions simply sleep all day.
That does make sense.
But at that point, all your magical powers will be diverted to strengthen the veil. It's all the same day for the champions. So if they're in conflict, that is the day they will not have any magical abilities and are solely reliable on their physical capabilities.
Can I spend those 24 hours in a different form that I can access? It would be safer, I guess. Much more physical strength.
Perhaps. We are not sure how that interaction would work. We are aware that some have different forms or abilities to alter their strengths.
That 24 hours can be done. I can pay people to protect me.
Mhm. So, I have also one simple question.
What is it?
Do you have any idea of the powers I wield?
Illusionary magic, that's for sure, looking at this place.
Oh, just a glance. There's more to it. He materializes oh,
He materializes a staff in his hand and taps the ground twice. And you have this feeling that you've just been moved. And when you turn around, the doors behind you are gone.
Do I recognize what he did?
Arcana check. He clearly just teleported you, the simulacrum, and and even the desk and the chair, somewhere else, somewhere similar to what the illusionary place is. You do not sense that there was any teleportation circle there. He just did it.
I just opened something I wasn't supposed to open.
Sorry, what?
I opened something in Discord that I wasn't supposed to open.
Oh.
So illusionary magic, teleportation.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Oh, you opened join activity.
I didn't even close it.
You just hit the thing on the bottom, the activity button next to the camera button. Does it work?
No.
It's the rocket ship. The rocket ship. Click the rocket ship.
I don't have a rocket ship anymore.
Oh no. Okay, well, let's continue. Shall we just continue? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I
So.
It wasn't a rocket ship, but I found the solution. Okay.
Okay. So, what did you say?
I said illusionary magic and teleportation. What else can you do?
Much, much more as a leader of the city.
Interesting. And are you also the one that bestows these extra powers to the champions?
No. They come from the magical reserves.
Magical reserve.
It has to do that long ago. The Archmages set up a magical network on this planet. All to make sure the Vil remains strong. Considering they're no longer around, at least they're still the magical reserves they left behind. And that magical reserve keeps recharging.
Very well. And the obligations don't sound that bad. I can accept that. I would like to do the test.
I see.
He taps his staff again, and you're both teleported back into the room because the doors have reappeared.
Nice. I'm impressed.
So, your trial will begin tomorrow. If you wish to partake it. Your trial exists out of 5 tasks.
Okay. Starters.
Your first task is to retrieve a runestone. Not just any runestone. A runestone of the arm of the fallen soldier near Illis Deep.
Retrieve a runestone, the armor of the fallen soldier near Illis Deep?
Yeah.
Where is that?
I'll just grab the map real quick. Oh, Illistand. Sorry, Illistand.
Oh yeah. Alright. If I'm going to do this, can I bring people? I'm traveling with a group.
Yes. You wish to bring allies along, correct?
Well, I would like to stick close to them, so I would want to keep them near, yes.
Making Discord glitched out. So, you wish to stick near them. It doesn't matter how a champion gets the task done, as long as he can get their task done. Where's my son? Yeah. Either way, your second task. You need to journey to the tomb of the Grey One. It is not marked on your map. You have to find it yourself. Within there, there's another trial. That trial is your second task. Complete it.
So can you give me a hint where it could be?
No.
But it's somewhere here, right?
Indeed, it is somewhere within the Underdark.
I don't know. And you also don't have a hint where I can inquire about the location? Or anyone I can talk to about it?
No. That is fully for you to find out.
Alright. Tomb of the Grey One, check. And undergo whatever the test is inside.
Your third task is a simple one. And you simply have to perform the task of turning lead into gold.
Turning lead into gold.
A single gram
Well,
will do.
it's a real gold, or can it be an illusion of some kind?
Real gold. Though it might be the alchemist's dream, it is very possible with magic. You know of this.
Indeed. Alright then.
The fourth task is another simple one. You need to find the horn of an imp.
The horn of an imp. Well, I suspect I also don't hear anything about what that means or where I can find it.
Indeed. You have to find it yourself.
Alright. What is the last task?
The last task is on the surface world. You need to find a tear or a hole within the veil and close it in your own means. Do note that if any of these tears or holes, there might be a powerful being guarding it.
Something that came through, you mean?
So what?
Sorry, that came something that already came through that hole or tear?
Indeed, but you can also simply be lucky and find a hole that has not been discovered by anyone yet. The task is simply to find one and close it.
Wait, but how does one close a tear in the veil?
He remains quiet and smirks.
Fine.
That is where we will give you a tool.
Oh, I don't have to figure it out myself?
You still do, but we are giving you the tools to find and close a hole. It is a one-time use. If you lose this item, or it fails, you would have to figure it out yourself.
Alright. And once I've passed these tasks, how do I find you again, or do you find me?
Once these tasks are completed, you will have the ways to come back here in an instant. One of my simulacrums will probably pick you up.
And am I supposed to follow the order that you gave these tasks in?
It is preferable, but it doesn't have to be applied. We simply put them in this order for you to learn something. But if you go against the order, we do not mind. The only thing we wish you to do is to finish these tasks as you fall on trial. Once you're done, you will be considered a champion. And you will receive all you need as a champion. Knowledge of the other champions. Who they are, how many there are. Access to the magical supplies. Access to the magical reservoirs. Tools to maintain the veil. And finally, Champion's Emblem. An artifact. I will not say much of it, but when you will hold it, you will understand its meaning.
Well, that sounds good. Especially access to magical reservoirs. Sounds like a lot of power. Alright then. I will reconvene with my companions, I guess. And ask them whether they're willing to go with me for these tasks. Is there anything else I'm supposed to know?
There are many things you should know. For one, beware of the heads. You have seen the body. The heads are still at large in the world. We only know the location of 2 of them. The other 4 are
You
unknown
mean
to
the
us.
dragon head?
Indeed.
Okay.
One of the trials will lead you to one of them. You might come across them. You might never see them. You might talk to them, interact with them. You might come back them. What you do with them is for you to decide.
Alright.
We know that this particular head has not made a move yet. Nor to find the body, nor to find any of the archmages, nor to find us. So consider that part of the trial a way for us to also engage with their movements. if you happen to cross their
Figure
paths.
out what figure out what it wants.
Figure out if it's a
What it's
threat
doing.
or not. If this incarnation of the head
Exactly.
has desires to rejoin with the body or not. If it doesn't, we can let it live until it reincarnates again. But if it does have desires, then we must take action. And considering you are an outsider, therefore an outside party, interacting with them would not trigger any memories of past lives. Therefore, we can gauge truly what the current state of the soul is.
Is there any way for me to contact you mentally or in whatever way if I do have a question, or I mean, I can update you with information if I were to encounter that set head?
He shakes his head.
It is being fully watched. You do not need to contact us. I have associates nearby. And even one of my simulacrum should be within arm's length, mostly.
Alright. You do already have the information then.
Indeed.
I
But
do need
we do not
to
know.
figure out.
We do not know how it would interact with those who are aware of us. That is the only thing we can attest ourselves. If you would send a champion to do so, would mean moving a champion under order. We prefer not to. Therefore, if you wish to become a champion, we simply request this as your trial.
Well, I do need to check. I was actually planning to go to the surface level really soon because I made a deal on a condition that I would help someone, which I didn't do yet. Not really sure if there's a time limit on that.
If you have to help someone, then the time limit is that person's life.
Well, elves do live long usually. That should be
Though,
fine.
if you wish to solve that quickly, I do recommend it. Either way, if you wish to go with your companions, you should debate with them what you want to do. Remember, your tasks have no time limit, only your own lifespan. The only moment you fail is if we detect that you've actually failed the task.
Alright, that's good to know. Although I would like more power pretty quickly. I'll check with my companions. See what we're gonna do. I do accept the trials, by the way. That's what you asked, right?
Indeed.
Very well. I accept.
Then that is all. I wish you luck on your journeys and to finish these tasks. If I solve them, we do not mind. Do note there are failure states to some of them.
It does make sense.
And some of those failures result in loss of sanity, loss of power, or loss of life.
That's that. One's supposed to take a risk now and then to gain great power.
You may research as much as you like into these trials yourself.
And where would you say I could do best research here in town? Is there a library of any sort
There are
around?
several libraries, but I recommend Do it at... One moment. Name. Wait a second with that voice mod on. Right. To check in with the Institute of Arcane Sustaining and the Institute of Arcane. And the Institute of Magical Development. And also, you might want to go to the Site of Heroes.
What's this site of heroes?
It is a memorial place. A place where we remember those who fought for our freedom. Who fought to save this realm. It might give you insight about the nature of the tasks.
Where can I find this memorial place?
It is below this building on the lower floors. It's only accessible by staircase.
It's underground?
Well, technically we are already underground, so it would be beneath
Underground.
beneath us. You know, the dark goes deep.
Alright. Would you recommend I go there before speaking to my companions, or go there with them?
That is for you to decide. If you wish to show your companions this, it might infer to them about what they wish to do.
I guess I'll reconvene with my companions first. What they think, or whether they would like to join me on these trials.
That is for you to find out. Either
I'll
way,
see.
your companions probably still have their own goals ahead.
I know, but as you said, there's no time limit, so let's see how far we can get.
They might do other tasks. Maybe their travels will lead you to a task you never thought to find there. While others might lead not. As you said, you should figure it out, as these are your trials.
It does make sense. Alright,
Before
well,
you leave,
yes. I was supposed to get something, right? To
He taps
find
the
a
staff
pair of
twice
bill?
on his desk, and on the desk appears a small oval stone, the smoothest stone you've ever seen.
that is a mending stone. It will mend a hole within the veil. Take it with you and use it and figure out how to use it. Then use it to close a hole or tear within the veil. Make sure
Alright.
to not expend it. This is the only one you get from us. If it is lost, you do not fail the trial. You simply do not have the simple means of using the stone. You'd have to figure it out yourself.
And I can also use it to find Sarah in the Ville, right? You said.
Indeed. It can detect them.
Well, I walk towards the desk and pick up the stone.
And you gain one mending stone. A stone meant to mend the part of the veil and detect holes or tears within the veil. It's a one-time use to fix things, but it will automatically start. But how it will detect things, you are not certain yet. You're gonna have to figure that out. How the detection works.
Alright. Well, Onyx Black, it was nice to meet you. We will see each other again. Do you happen to have any nice window I can fly out from here?
You can take an easier route. Hold still.
He taps his staff, and you're teleported out instantly back towards the house.
That was indeed easier. Didn't even need to fly. Alright. I guess I know what to do. Yeah, we just go into the house. See what's up there.
And that's where we're gonna end it off.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you have spoken with Onyx Black and got your little 5 tasks to complete. The trial of the champions. So, I'll repeat again. You have to get a runestone of the fallen soldier at Illithid stand. You have to go find the tomb of the Grey One and complete its trial. It is somewhere within the Underdark. If it's this section of the Underdark, he didn't specify, so he could be anywhere in the Underdark. Oh shit. Turn that into gold. You need to find a horn of an imp, and you need to close a tear in the veil.
Yep.
And then you will finally be able to become an ally of the Chimerian homunculi and the Mother, and be seen as a champion within this world. But what do these trials exactly mean for you? So they sound simple, but also difficult. Which one is truly the hardest one? I mean, turning lead into gold should be easy, right? But why? And Horn of an Imp should also be easy, but you can't just summon an imp right now and take its horn. That would be a bit more difficult, right? And do you even know any place of a tear in the veil? Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Good question.
And is finding a soldier's a root of the fallen soldier at Illithid stand? Is it really so hard? Or are you going to be sent into a war field? And finally, that tomb. What is that tomb really? Well, I guess you're going to have to find out next time. On the next session, next week. Emberlynn, thank you for doing the solo session. That saves a lot of time.
Yeah,
And,
thank you too.
yeah, you got some stuff to do, because you being a, how do you call it? Motivated character to do something. Everyone else is not sure what to do, so...
Well, you gave Pat the power, so Merlin's definitely motivated.
Mhm. Either way, that is all. This will be uploaded. And, yeah. Bye.
Bye.